Initializing planetary scan. No threats detected.
The best part of being a pro gamer is you play the games and you make money.
GG!
And the GG is called from Kiwikaki. IdrA is our IPL Season 1 champion.
Initializing planetary scan. No threats detected.
Sieging up everything right now. It looks like State's gonna try and make his move, and he is right on top of it.
They're trying to do what they can for the Swarm, but they're just gonna die outright at Inertia with the GG smiley face.
Initializing planetary scan. No threats detected.
I think this time around, MMA is out for the count.
We're gonna have some great games in Atlantic City.
Initializing planetary scan. Warning. Threats detected. Targets acquired. The next level of esports. GL. HF.
Good morning, esports! We are on day 4 of IPL 3 Origins. Are you guys as excited to be here as I am? We've got the early crowd here. We've also got you stream viewers at home. Thank you for tuning in. Remember that IGN Prime offers you 6 full streams of content. They're looking pretty good. We're going to get right into the action today because these players, by the end of today, will know who has what share of that $100,000 prize pool. We're going to start the day off with some fantastic casters. You see them up here already. We have Cat's Pajamas and Doa. And now let's meet our first 2 players. First of all, he's looking pretty hungry for breakfast, and I think he wants IdrA Flakes, the spoon, Taryn. ThorZaIN. And his opposition, like a medieval mythical monster himself, the Kraken, IdrA. Good luck and have fun.
Wow, hey everybody, how you doing? Man, we have got a crazy match to start off the day with ThorZaIN versus IdrA to start the day with. Can you guys believe that? It's what time is it right now? It's like 10 a.m. I just woke up and I get to cast ThorZaIN versus IdrA. That's how I like to start my mornings, man.
It's going to be so good. I don't know, man. Is anything going to measure up to Stefano versus Kiwikaki Game 2 from yesterday? I don't know about that, but...
it's like someone on Reddit said, I think we're going to recall that game for quite a while. I know.
Let's see, we've been on stage for 2 minutes, 1 pun down, 1,000 to go.
I didn't even make that one up. That one I stole from someone off Reddit, so you can't blame me completely for that one.
But
although
wow,
I did say
what
it.
a way to kick off the morning, though. You're absolutely right.
I know. Yeah, I mean, these guys are both such methodical, careful players, too. It's going to be really interesting to see their styles kind of collide here. I mean, you've got ThorZaIN, of course, the spoon Taryn, very slow, very methodical, very safe. You've got IdrA, known as a huge macro Zerg.
Right.
You know, he doesn't want to rush in. No sort of all-ins from this guy very often. So I think we're going to see, you know, longer games. I think we're going to see a lot of careful play, great skill. It's going to be an awesome match.
Yeah, you know what? IdrA played very safe, very standard, but very, very well against Artis yesterday.
Oh, absolutely,
So
yeah.
he already knows how to deal with very high-level Terrans. ThorZaIN's done a little bit different, not as just explicitly Marine heavy as Artis was, but I still expect that same style of play out of IdrA. It looks like the first map is going to be Antigua Shipyard.
Oh, okay. So ThorZaIN might be a little bit happy about that map for first choice. A lot of people are saying that Antigua Shipyards is kind of a Terran favored map, and the way the middle of the map works with the gold bases, it kind of can be in a lot of spawning situations, but you know, I definitely wouldn't count IdrA out yet with that. I mean, it's a map that a lot of Zergs have won on too, so we'll see. I've yet to kind of reserve my own personal judgment for that map at this point.
Certainly, because I've seen Mutalisk Harass work very, very well on
That's
that map
true.
as well. A lot of opportunities to fly around. The bases, despite the fact that there's a lot of bases on this map, the distance between them really isn't all that great. So Mutalisk mobility really comes in handy if you can move to that stage where you've got about 18 to 24 Mutalisks, something like that. But here we have it. Looks like IdrA is already in the room. We're just waiting on ThorZaIN to get his
Those great shots to
setup
get in
ready.
these guys. It's so dramatic.
IdrA looking very prepared at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he was commenting, tweeting before that we're going to see if, I think, well, I forgot what his exact words were, but I believe they were, we're going to find out today if you can win a StarCraft tournament without any sleep.
That's true. So I have to see how sleep-deprived IdrA plays today, apparently. And I don't know, ThorZaIN, he's looking pretty confident, but he came up to us backstage just now. He put a hand on my shoulder like this, and he said, Doa, be biased. So, I'm like, I'm sorry, ThorZaIN, I can't do that. But, you know,
have
he's
to remain impartial, but that's okay, even though I do have quite a bit of love for ThorZaIN, so.
Yeah, I mean, both these guys are great guys, too. I mean, I'm really, really curious to get, I want to get these games going. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to play. I don't want to play. I want to watch these guys
sweet
play.
explosion transition.
But, yeah, I know. It's like an explosion, and then there we are.
You know what, guys? We want to give a
mean?
big shout out to our sponsors, though. You can see them right here if you're
Yep.
watching on screen.
Yeah.
Big shout out to them for supporting esports.
Yeah, they're
and,
the guys that made this all happen this weekend, so give them a round of applause, please. Yeah.
And have you guys been enjoying IPL 3 so far?
All right.
Awesome.
I like these guys. I mean, you guys, these are the dedicated esports fans, man. You guys here in the crowd, you guys on the stream at 10 a.m. if you're, you know, in America. This is pretty early to get up and watch that. Especially, you know, we're on the East Coast, 10 a.m. If you're on the West Coast and you're watching this at home, props to you. I mean, that's insane. Yeah.
Well, we're hitting prime time now in Europe, though, so
That's true.
Big shout out to all of our European viewers as well.
Yep.
And
from
they
the
were
rest of
asking
the
us
world.
if we are ready. We
I'm
certainly
ready.
are.
You ready? I'm ready. Let's do this.
And
Yeah.
they're throwing out the good luck, have fun. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The manner guy.
Yes. All right.
Yep. Well, ThorZaIN's playing to play with no hands, apparently. As we can see, he's actually just going to control this game with his mind. Wow. Look at that. He's just going to stare at the keys and use his will to, like, press them down.
I'm not surprised. He's a very,
You know, and-
like intelligent, methodical kind of guy. So.
I know, and even with that, his APM with the new system is still going to be 5.
So here we have it, guys. Mouse ThorZaIN versus Evil Geniuses IdrA. The first day of Championship Sunday here at IPL 3. So round of applause. Thank you.
Yes.
First match, I should say.
The
but-
first anticipation screen of the day.
Oh, anticipation going through the roof. Here we have it. Down at the bottom right-hand corner of Antigua Shipyard, that is our green Zerg player, the one and only Evil Geniuses IdrA.
All right, and on the lower left part of the map, all the way from Sweden and the Team Maus, it is a Spoon Terran ThorZaIN.
And you were mentioning before that people have given rumblings that this is a Terran-favored map. Pretty easy to control choke points here, and especially maneuver a lot of drops around. But I really believe if IdrA is able to get up to that heavy Mutalisk stage, it's a style that he's really been favoring lately as well, that he'll be able to take control of this. So.
Well, yeah, he's always been a player that's been really, really, really good with his Mutalisks. I mean, there was, you know, I believe he made some comment on some, like, IdrA's video where he said, you know how people have been splitting their Marines? I've been doing that with Mutas. And if you watch some of his older games, that's actually true. I mean, if you look at some of his Muta controls. So very, very cool to see if we see something like that. ThorZaIN, though, I mean, the thing with this map is that the 3 bases that you have are pretty easily defended. They're all very close together. There's all very narrow running room. You know, Zerg isn't going to be able to come in with this big swarm at the natural like it could on other maps. So, you know, in that case, IdrA is going to want to have ThorZaIN come to him. He's going to want to engage his army out in the middle of the map, so we'll see.
All right, so here we have it. It looks like ThorZaIN is bypassing Gas at the moment, so Gasless expand out of him. His opponent IdrA, however, going for that very fast hatch.
Yep. Not too surprising from either of these guys. Having a macro startup for these 2 players, it's not too shocking really at all.
And Barrick's going to finish here in a little bit, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see ThorZaIN just send out 1 or maybe 2 SCVs to just try and fake pressure for a little while, just to try and get IdrA to commit to a few too many lings. But you know what? IdrA has been playing super patiently this entire weekend, and I would not be surprised to see him play it perfectly, just continue to drone up and not overreact to any pressure.
Well, the thing you see too is, I mean, nearly every Terran will at least send, you know, 1 SCV and 1 Marine over there. You know, most of the time start a bunker, just at the very least cause the Zerg to have to pull a couple drones, lose a little bit of mining time. It's just, you know, that little thing you can do at the start of the game to kind of hold your opponent back. And, you know, it doesn't make a huge impact later on in the game, but, you know, it's something you can do. And if you get really lucky and somehow the bunker finishes, you get a Marine in there, you know, then you can actually maybe cause a little bit of legitimate damage.
Yeah, certainly. And it does happen every once in a while, even at the very high levels of play, even if a Zerg player is prepared for it. So, IdrA just finishing up his gas now. We'll see speed in a little bit, but just for the time being, both hatcheries finishing up just with that spawning pool. And we'll see a couple of the queens here to give himself a nice economy.
Yep, now back on the ThorZaIN side of the map, there's a Marine that actually is going to be doing some decent damage to that Overlord. Nope, but he's not going to be able to get it. Overlord will escape just fine. Now ThorZaIN did get that 1 Rax gasless expand, but immediately put down his 2 gases as well, so he wants to make sure he can tech as quickly as he can after doing that gasless fast expand.
Yep, and no real surprise there. We'll see him move up to at least 1 factory in a bit, probably several. He does love that very slow, methodical mech play or tank Marine positioning game. So a few links testing the waters now for IdrA. Going to send those out across the map, but he will run into a bunch of Marines, and that will put an end to those lings very quickly.
Yep, Zergling speed going up for IdrA. Both these guys on exactly even supply, right? Oh, not anymore. Thanks for ruining it, IdrA. Now he's at 28. Oh, well.
Loses a few lings, though. ThorZaIN manages to pick those off a little bit. IdrA thought the Marines were going to be a little bit farther back, so was running them, right-clicking them up the ramp. Roachwarren coming down right away for IdrA. Producing quite a few lings as well. He has a spike crawler coming up at the front.
We've been seeing this quite a bit lately, where the Zerg players have been going for that earlier Roachwarren and TVZ just because of the prevalence of Hellions and things like that lately in Terran expand builds, so you can really kind of put some pressure on the Terran that way if you are a Zerg player. But as we can see, ThorZaIN not quite doing that this game. He's actually got 2 factories rather on the way, Tech Lab on one of those. So while I'm sure we will see some Hellions, we're not going to see that reactor Hellion expand that we see so often in TVZ.
Absolutely. We do have Stimpack being researched for ThorZaIN right away, so we could very easily move into Marine tank mode or Blue Flame Hellions. Let's see, he's actually producing Hellions out of both, and he'll have 150 minerals built up here relatively soon, so we'll probably see Blue Flame, but IdrA has 7 roaches on the way, man.
I know.
Zergling speed just finished.
Yeah, and ThorZaIN has not even started a bunker at all, so IdrA could do some decent damage with this. The Hellions that are coming out of those factories, the Blue Flame upgrade that he is indeed getting right now, it's not going to be too helpful against these roaches.
ThorZaIN only just now starting a supply depot wall. That position is going to be very, very exposed. IdrA making his way across with those 7 roaches, following this up with a ton of lings, and ThorZaIN really doesn't have all that much on the ground.
Yeah, I think ThorZaIN might actually end up being in a bit of trouble here. Still no bunkers started for ThorZaIN. Still just making Hellions. Stim will not be done in time. Did these Hellions even see the roaches when they're coming across?
Looks like they do now. Looks like they do now.
Oh, man. ThorZaIN is in huge trouble here. That is not many Marines and Hellions at all. IdrA's going to be able to, at the very least, deny this Natural for quite a long time, and he might actually get into the main. Oh, the supply depots don't get raised, and IdrA, welcome to the Terran base. I don't know if they're happy to see you, but it's a good thing that you're here if you're a Zerg player.
There is 1 Marauder out now, and a few lings are actually going to take that out pretty quickly, and already ThorZaIN has lost 26 workers!
Yeah, GG,
and there it is,
well played.
GG!
Wow, IdrA really
Oh.
taking advantage of the kind of common way that Terrans have been opening in TVZ lately and kind of smashing it flat, man.
Yeah, ThorZaIN clearly setting up for that long game. One of those Hellions